Biermann. He's the co-founder of the GOALL program. Bridget, his wife. Bridget, his wife, is also the co-founder of the GOALL program. He's a serial entrepreneur and a process specialist. He's also a financial strategist. Mark was raised on a dairy farm in Minnesota, and in 1989, Mark started the first of multiple successful businesses in Minnesota. One of which was a home building business that led to a real estate company to sell his new construction homes, which led to a land development company to build those homes on. In 2014, Mark started GOALL program, Mark and Bridget started GOALL program as a financial strategist to work with individuals, business owners, and employees for tax-free income in retirement, to protect and leverage retirement money, and for asset protection from life's risks. And we're just going to get this going real quick because right now it's on YouTube because I was rocking out to some 80s music before y'all got here. And in 2017, Mark and Bridget purchased their first home in Arizona and are now full-time residents of Fountain Hills. And, sorry, bear with me here. Mark's philosophy is if you work hard for your money, you want it to work as hard for you as you did to get it. So put your hands together for Mark Biermann. While we troubleshoot, this does not go against your time, I promise. Do you know which one we're in back here? Let's try 2. Nope, not 2. And you put your computer up here, that's helpful. Okay, maybe 3. Third time's turn. Have to wake up your computer. No. Okay, it's coming. There we go. Okay. Sorry, can you? You should put your computer up here first and get around. Why don't I do a drawing while you're setting that up? Okay, we have 4 drawings today. We have a surprise inside from Robin Brand, probably a gift card if I would guess.
Yes.
An illustrated map, the first one done in 16 years of our town of Fountain Hills. We sell that in our gift shop for $20. The 2023 calendar. You can buy this at Bash's Called Hardware. Sorry, I'm still wasting time for you. And so we have that. If you need a calendar, we have a puzzle of the illustrated map, or we have this beautiful basket, movie, book, candy, entertainment type basket. And our winner today is, you're all winners because you're here on a Saturday morning, right? Orlando!
I get to pick?
You can pick.
I'm so excited. Is this like a surprise? I want a surprise.
Okay, I'll send it back to you. All right, now, Mark Biermann from GOALL.
All right, thank you everybody. We'll just get right into it. What we're going to talk here about today is taking advantage of employee benefits as it pertains to families and individuals and basically protecting your wealth. So, when you take a look at your, people that, business owners that offer employee benefits, it's actually shocking how many of them are still offering what I did when I started my first company back in 1989 when I was 26, which was a home building business, which is a 401k, some disability, some life insurance. And what people are finding out is, when it comes to life insurance, the amount is so tiny. Or if you suffer illness and injury, it's a small amount, and neither one of them stay with you in retirement. So I'm going to kind of, emphasize keeping all of this stuff all the way through your life is really important. And so, if you had an untimely death, as an example, it can be disastrous on a family, loss of income and all this here stuff, and any wealth that you built just is gone away because the primary breadwinner is probably gone. So things to really consider is how much is this death benefit? Most employers never get over $50,000. That is just not enough. And so, what would make you lose coverage? A lot of them, if you are not full-time at the business and then you die because you're fighting cancer, then you know that the benefit doesn't pay out by your employer on that. Does it stay with you in retirement? Well, when do you really want it? You know, to pass some on to your family. And do you still need to make payments for these benefits? And you know, with our programs, you don't have to make payments when you're retired. And you know, we also add suffering, illness, and injury. Do you know that that's is the #1 reason for bankruptcies and foreclosures in the United States right now? And so, you know, having this protection, because there's an 85% chance you're going to become ill or injured before you pass away. It's a cycle of life. So, you know, what do these benefits cover? You know, a good plan will cover you very, very well all the way through here, and including if you got Alzheimer's and stuff like that. You know, do I have this coverage in retirement? Because this is when you need it. And plus, you know what this is also called? It's called asset protection. You don't lose your cash flow, you know, and so you can't make house payments and car payments and stuff like that, not only while you're working, but also in retirement. And like, again, do you have to make payments for this retirement? Because a lot of times when you retire, you have less money. And so having an employee benefit that, again, is funded when you go into retirement, so you keep all of this great stuff right here and that protection. So the next one we're going to talk about is outliving retirement funds. You know, isn't it fantastic that we're living longer? But the money for many people is just not keeping up. And the last thing you want to do is run out of money in your retirement, because now all of a sudden retirement's no fun. Bridget tells me I'm the most expensive person she knows when I don't work. So this is the big emphasis right here. You know, and things to know, you know, are you getting a match from your employer? I mean, take advantage of the match. If your employer is going to be offering these, and what type of a match is it? Some businesses offer a 3% for everybody. Our clients, our business owners, all do loyalty matches. The longer you work for the employer, the bigger your match goes. And employees love that aspect of it, and employers do too, because they can actually go, you know what, thank you for being here 10 years. I'm giving you more money than the new hire. You know, when are the taxes being paid, going in or going out? You know, most people right now, you know, want to pay them up front. Taxes are low. Pay them today. Do the Roth or whatever, or, you know, pay the taxes. Is money coming out then? How does it come out? If you think taxes are going to go up, do products that the taxes are paid today so it comes out tax-free, and cover that. Do you lose money when the stock market goes down? You know, that's frustrating when you lose money when the stock market goes down. So there's programs like the GOALL program. We never lose money when the stock market goes down. Can I access the money? Is there penalties? You know, in some plans you have to be over 59.5 before you can tap into them. There's other plans that you can start tapping into them in second and third year and pull the money out without any penalties or anything attached to it. So, you know, does retirement dollars impact your Social Security? Certain products, when you pull the money out, it's called income. If you're if you're single and you make more than $34,000 in retirement, or married, $44,000, then your Social Security is getting taxed. So knowing these type of products so you don't lose your Social Security is very important also. And, you know, our premium is flexible. I mean, that's the other thing too. Sometimes, you know, things happen, the economy changes, you're not getting as many hours in. Have a plan that you can lower your payment and you're still okay, but also the other thing is, can you front load it and pick up on it? I mean, the more aggressive you can be when you're young and get the compounding like we just heard about is critical, and a lot of people don't understand that. Can I put 401k money? You know, certain products, you can take your 401k money and move it, pay the taxes today, and put it into a tax-free bucket. So you have different options with your 401k after 59.5. There's where a lot of my clients that are over 59.5 are taking advantage of paying the taxes on their money today, converting it into a tax-free bucket. So what I just did here, this is just an example of a 28-year-old who just decided to put, say, $250 a month away. And in this situation, with the GOALL program, say that they're getting a loyalty match from their employer of $50 or $75. You know, if it's $50, then they're only responsible for $200, but it gives them a $400,000 policy. So now all of a sudden, this 28-year-old is just getting married, bought a house, you know, and all this here stuff. You know what? It's important that they have that right there. So if they pass away, the spouse has something so they don't lose the house. But what I even think is even more important is these living benefits that sit right here. Terminal illness, $341,000, or chronic illness, $6,700 a month. In order to become ill or injured, $340,000 at your fingertips, or Alzheimer's. So now you got asset protection, but you also have cash flow when you're going through life, so you don't have to move your family or whatever on that. But if you start pulling money out in retirement, you know, it's about 27, almost 28,000 tax-free on that. So if you pull money out from 67 to 90, that's $670,000. Total contribution is $117,000. There's where educating the young people that, you know what, it's not that much money, and it does amazing things for you. But if you didn't pull any money out, you just say, hey, I'm just going to leave this girl, I want to leave a legacy. It's over 1.2 million will end up going to your children or your spouse at that point, at the age of 90, on that. But, you know, $117,000 makes you $623,000. That's, you know, pretty cool. But we also talk about flexible premiums. You can go from $3,000, back it down to $1,800 if you had to. You got into a cash pinch, but you can also dump up to $19,000. Certain programs out there also, when employees get bonuses, you know, employee gets in a bonus, it's very frustrating because Uncle Sam takes a huge chunk of that money on a bonus. So you can take your bonuses and put it into in certain retirement packages, and it's taxed at a much different rate. And now you can put it into there and take advantage of that. So there's kind of what I was talking about, a minimum, actually I call it the playground, you know, minimum and max payments right there. I'll give you another one here quick. 45-year-old, you know, a little bit older, you know, obviously if you decide to wait and do nothing, well, you're going to have to pay a little bit more for the same amount right there. But it still also works because a 45-year-old, we all need these living benefits right there. I mean, it's asset protection, like I said over and over again. But, you know, it also pays out money. And, you know, $497,000 over them 24 years, $171,000 is going in. But what you're really seeing here, having the right product, you put in $171,000, well, if you end up, you know, passing away, there's a return. If you end up using your living benefit, there's a return. If you end up living, there's a return. I mean, there's the right type of product that you should be putting in and not losing your money when the stock market goes down and having that money come out tax-free. But having your numbers basically go right there, $378,000 is what this employee makes. And, you know, and here's the thing, you know, this person here doing $650 a month has now been with that employer for probably 10 plus 15 years, is getting a loyalty match of $150, $250, you know, somewhere in that range. So it's not as that, you know, coming out from that employee. So, you know, and this, one of the things that I have learned over, you know, since we started the GOALL program here in 2015 and now operated in 40 states, is the fact that as a business owner, you always want to be better than your competition, right? I mean, that's just a natural instinct. But in today's market conditions, you also need to stand out from the competition for hiring. And there's where the big shift is starting to happen with business owners, because ever since 2020, have you seen where business owners are struggling to hire? And so now all of a sudden, you bring out a plan like this that, believe it or not, is 40% less than the traditional plan that I started when I had my home building company back in 1989. Because things are bundled. It's not all separate products coming in. It's easy to manage also for that business owner. But having these employees like this sends a strong message to the employee that, you know, as a business owner, we care about you. And having all of this coverage in retirement. So basically, I just showed you how the GOALL program works and how you can also not only, you know, look at a good retirement package, but also to be able to have protection in retirement. But also, if you front load these products up, you can actually fund a product like this in 7 years. And there's where it's nice when we get a 60-year-old coming in. And you go, I can't be paid, you know, for something like this, but you can fund it in 7 years. In fact, we can leverage your 401k to take it out, and now you have that protection. And, you know, by the way, the chronic illness, you do not need to be in a nursing home to get it. And there's what I have yet to find somebody go, I can't wait to go to a nursing home. You know, it just doesn't happen. So, on that. So, I guess any questions?
So, why do you think most businesses don't offer a comprehensive plan? Is it just lack of knowledge about that, or is there another reason? Is it cost? Is it, what do you say?
It's, you know, when I talk to business owners, they don't know what other products are out there. They just go, well, you know, I know about the 401k or whatever, and they just head down that path. It's been instilled into them, and then when they see stuff like this, they go, this is different. Because one of the things that's making them kind of wonder, a lot of business owners are struggling on the participation of their employees. I mean, it's actually dropped every year since 2000 right now, the participation on 401k.
Why do you suppose?
Why is it? People, they don't like losing money. I mean, our business right now is the busiest it's ever been, and we've had our best start out of the year because what happened in 2022. You know, stock market dropped 19.44%. And people, you know, you get 60-year-olds losing 50,000, that's not good. Okay, any other questions? All right.
You did it too, Mark. Wow, way to go.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Give a round of